So I made a VR map out of the Pizzeria and arcade from VineRealms. This is something I've been working on for weeks, ever since I got my rank up in VR chat to finally start working on maps and submitting avatars. Now, so this is actually taken straight from VineRealms. If you're familiar with the charity project that me and a bunch of other people from the Vinesauce community worked on earlier this year, and we, like, even way before this, we did, like, when we finished the game, some ideas were thrown out to take the maps from that game and turn them into, like, VR chat maps. Just didn't get around to it then. I took a break for a while after working on VineRealms, because I got kind of burned out. But after getting into VR chat, I wanted to actually start working on this. So I basically had to, this is the pizzeria and the arcade, and I had to do a lot of things in order to convert it for the sake of VR chat, because you can't just, like, straight take something from a game. You can't just, like, rip something from a game and just, like, straight port it in. If you're using, like, depending on the SDK you're using for VR chat, you have to do some things, especially if you're using, like, SDK2. You have to VineRealms was done, like, one of the 2019 versions of Unity, and I had to, in order to use the SDK2, I had to use 2018, like 2018.4 or something like that, for VR chat. And I basically had to take the map from VineRealms, convert it, like, when I was talking to Neri, he said there's probably a different way to do it. You can just straight downgrade a project if you want to, but I had a lot of errors. If you want to take something like from VineRealms and use it for VR chat, you basically have to strip the scripts, like the custom scripts and a bunch of other stuff, in order to pull it over and not get the errors. I'd have to go through it again, like the conversion process, to see what exactly the errors were, but I'm not going to go over that right now. Let me just show off the map here. Well, actually, before I walk through it, let me just show, Neri conveniently took some images, so I don't have to go through VineRealms to screenshot stuff again. But this is what, just to show differences here. This is what the original Pizzeria, and I do have the dev videos on my channel, if you want to see comparisons of the original and VineRealms, of what it looked like. I still kind of like, even though this is, like, without all the proper lighting and everything, it's very flat looking. There's not a lot of, like, there's some emission over, like, the light objects and stuff, but it doesn't have, like, the reflections or the proper shadows or anything like that. I spent a lot of time on the, let me get this out of here, on the VR chat version of the map, learning how to do, like, reflection probes and light probes, how to do, like, the proper baking and everything. With the VineRealms, I remember, because it was kind of a rush job, we only had, like, 3 months to squeeze for the project. Neri ended up helping me a lot with, like, the lighting and everything. He handled a lot of the baking stuff, especially with, like, the vaporwave zone and everything like that. There's actually some really good tutorials that I followed for doing lighting in for VR chat maps. Like, I'll probably put what I followed in the description of the video. It was like a ZZ's, like, lighting tutorial, and a few other ones that I'd really recommend if you want to get, like, started building your own VR chat maps yourself. Some really good lighting tutorials. And then let's see. So basically, this is a VR chat map. I add a lot of things that people can interact with, and of course I added seats. Now, I've been actually working on this more even after the first version of the map I pushed out, and the only problem I'm dealing with right now is the map is private, because my rank is still new user, and because of their, like, trust system, I have to boost my rank up to just user in order to submit this map for, like, community labs, which is a new thing they have now. in order for it to get approved for public. So it's stuck being private. And the problem with that is because it's stuck in private, I think in order for me to actually update the map, when I add anything to it, I have to republish it because I don't actually have the option to update like a new build of the map. So basically you have to republish it. And I think there's like a limitation on that, depending on your like user rig. So it's a little annoying. I have to deal with it. I just have to do more in VR chat until I get the rank that I need. So added seats. The seats in the map that is published are a little wonky right now. You do flow up quite a bit from the seats. I actually did fix it, so they should be fine now. You have to basically, for the seats in VR chat, they have like this little prefab that you drop in your project. And it's like shaped like a cube and it has like a little back on it. It's very like basic. And if you want to get the seat to look like the seats in your scene, you have to change like the mesh on it, and you just have to fool around with it in order to get it to act the way you need it to be for the seat shape. Hard to explain. And I add a lot of objects to interact with as well, like things you can throw, added like rigid bodies, which I was fighting with quite a bit. I was learning how to do like things with colliders that had rigid bodies for the first time, and things that always behave. So you have to set the collider properly if you're going to add like physics to an object. Otherwise, it just like, I had shit. I probably have some, if I do like a little development video on this showing like kind of my progress a little bit more, they'll probably show like a lot of the screenshots or maybe even videos I took of like, boxes flying or pizzas flying and stuff. They still kind of do that. Like these here, I have a stack. Anything that I had stacked together tends to like fly up. Oh, I see a pizza on the floor. See, it's already starting. But yeah, these they tend to misbehave. When I leave them sitting around for too long, they'll start moving on their own. That's physics. You have some stuff going through the floor. It's okay if it's a little crusty because it's a Vine Sauce theme map, so I'm not too worried about it. When I had I had like quite a few people testing this already, like when I first pushed it out. But they basically tore up the map and, you know, things were all over the place, so it doesn't matter if stuff was on the floor, really. You can throw the pizzas. I've got like cans, sausages and all that you can throw. And I still have to fix the sounds on some things. Like you can sort of hear, I don't know if I have my sound turned all the way up here. Yeah, I think I do. I have to increase the volume or the spread of these sound effects on some of these things. Like I have the fire crackling here on the little like the pizza oven thing. And I have the arcade upstairs. I'll show this in a second when I come back down. But yeah, you've got like barrels you can sit on. I added stuff to the walls in comparison to the VineRealms version. Now this also here, before I go upstairs, in the version that I put out, it's just the wall and the menu's a lot bigger like the way it is in VineRealms. And I decided with all the stuff that I'd like to actually add to the map for the sake of VR chat, like mirrors, TVs, maybe in like a big theater screen, I decided I needed an expansion. I'm not going to follow the rules of the way the outside of the building looks in VineRealms. It's just like in VineRealms when you see the building in the vapor zone, it's just like this small round building. And when I built the inside, like when you teleport to it in VineRealms, I wanted to follow like the shape of that building. I did end up having to make it a lot bigger than the actual building is in Vapor Zone, just for the sake of like space. This is way too cramped. Even for VR chat, this is like still cramped because I have the person limit on this is 16. Even then, like when I did community tests, it got pretty crowded in here. So I need to add some wiggle room. And this is going to be, I think I'm going to make this a trophy room, but I have it boarded off right now and until I actually finish that. So it's going to be a pizza trophy room, which some pizzerias have this like little room where they might put like trophies or memorabilia or like photos of memories and just like different decorations and collectibles. So I might do that as like a Vine Sus like type of room with like little collectibles and like photos and stuff. I took a lot of funny photos of the community tests that I want to put in there. And then I'm probably going to put like some booths in there and then definitely some TVs. We need a TV room. And then maybe, like I might do 2 mirrors because I also have, before I added the side room here, I originally had this board up, and you'll see this in the actual version that's up for VR chat. And I originally was just going to add the basement as the expansion, have everything down there. But I don't know. I think 2 rooms would be good. A lot of space would be good. And then down here, I might just add like a meme dungeon. This might be the area where people can go down and get avatars and have like a really large mirror to look at. I think some ideas were thrown out, like a meme dungeon with the like jail bars, kind of way it is in VineRealms. It has a little like jail cells with characters in it and stuff. I might do that. I don't know. I have to think on it. But this side room is, I think I'm going to add first, and the basement will come later because I think I have to think on the basement more. And then I think people were also suggesting that I actually, because I guess when I pushed this out, some people kind of thought it was, you would be able to go up the vapor zone. The way the map making works, it's just too tedious to try and do vapor zone. It's such a huge area compared to this. I was just focusing on the building. But what I might do, and this is what people have suggested, is just do like a portion of the vapor zone. And because like the vapor zone is such like, it's a chaotic area anyway, so it wouldn't matter like how I did it. But if I only wanted to do like a small portion of it, what I might do is someone suggested like the parts of it that you can't access would be like kind of broken away as if it was like corrupted or something to where you couldn't access it. And that way I could just put like a little bit of it. And that way people can like, if they go out here, they actually go into part of the vapor zone and then, to have a little more room to wander around. So that will come later though. And possibly after I get my rank up in VR chat. So let's go up here. Also, the toxic footsteps is another thing. I'd add a little visual extras to the map for the VR chat version. We got a little like trash can here that you can throw stuff into because this place gets really messy when a ton of people are in here. So you need a good trash can to clean it up. So this is the arcade up here. And let me show the, it looks really nice with the actual more realistic lighting and reflections and shadows. But let me pull in the original version of the map here. Which, I still sort of like, even though the VineRealms version is very like flat in terms of colors, I still like kind of like how purple it is. Like the whole like purple pink theme. You don't get that as much with the actual like the real lighting and the shadows because everything is kind of dark. And it makes it kind of hard to see the details on the arcades in a way. So like the VineRealms version has its own charm in a way, and you can still enjoy that. If you play VineRealms, you can still go into it and enjoy it. Let me take this off. But yeah, this is the version with all the shadows and the lighting and reflections added to it. And I had like little extra things too, like the clown, the meat clown vending machine, like it's got proper shininess to it because it's metal. And then I had like a little glass panel to the front of it. You can see like reflections of the arcade machines in it. I had to fix the sound effects on some of these arcade machines because you can't hear them as much when you're far away. The thing with the audio sources in Unity is that there's like so like round shape. They kind of like they overlap. The problem I was having in VineRealms, which is something that Neri also helped me with, and something I'm going to have to actually look at how he did it. But the problem with the sound is that they overlap into the ceiling of the pizzeria. So you can kind of, when you come into the pizzeria, you end up hearing the arcade machines from down there. And that's something I don't really want. Like, hearing them a little bit, like, as if they were muffled is fine. But it was just kind of annoying, like, hearing all the arcade machines from down there. And they were too loud. So I had to decrease the volume, decrease the area of spread, I guess, on the audio sources. But there's a way to actually just have them play up here without them overlapping into the pizzeria's ceiling. So I got to look into that when I update it. So each of these have their sounds. And then instead of having like all the stools in here like I did with VineRealms, I only have a few because because of how cramped it is in here, too many stools would just kind of get in the way. So there's only a few here that you can sit on. I have to fix the position of these. They're facing the wrong way. And then you had the ball pit, which plenty of people loved. You can actually just, sit in it. Kind of hard to see it from here. I will add, I think to this video, I'm probably going to show off some of the community test stuff and show like how people were interacting with the map and everything. But you can sit in the ball pit, and then people were loving the little clown arm. I don't have physics added to this because it was just misbehaving. Like the way it's shaped, it's an awkward shape, so it's not going to really stay up that well. And then the issue I had with like certain objects that had physics that were setting on other colliders is that they would fly off. I had the issue downstairs with like the pizzas and everything. So I think I'm going to just keep this without physics and just have it as an object that people can like hold and set in places. I think a lot of people were having fun with it, like having it stick out of the like the oven and out of the vending machines and stuff. So I think I'll just keep it being I think I have it set to like non-kinematic, so it's not like the other physics objects. And then I have a few ball pit balls here that you can throw and put in the ball in the toxic pool if you want. You can throw them at other people. Any other balls here? And then I have a few cans that people can like throw around as well. So you can throw things too. So yeah, it's a little wonky. I am working on updating it, and then hopefully if I boost my user rank, it'll be easier to push the updates. So the one thing, oh, I'm so crouched. No wonder I'm down like that. The one thing, the highlight of this map, in my opinion, that I spent the most time on is the record player. Now, in the original VineRealms map, this is just on this barrel here, it's just a plate with a pizza on it. Or a box with a pizza in it. And I wanted to make a reference to the record player with the spinning pizza on top of the pizzeria when you look at it in Vapor Zone. When you look on the outside of it, there's like a little stairway that goes up. And there's a record player with the spinning pizza on it. So I wanted to make a reference to that in here. And I thought it would be a good addition. And also make a good like music player too that people can access. But the whole method of adding multiple, I guess, music things in your map in order for people to play them, and then adding like a little menu, and then on top of that, adding like a little digital ticker for it, took me a very long time. It's like layers of triggers, VR chat triggers, basically. So I had to put a trigger on the music box. And then I have this like little transparent menu come up, and this has like little buttons so you can listen to the music on it. And when you select the music, there's a little like a digital ticker thing, which the ticker took like 2 days to work on. It was not easy at all. It's basically like I have a background object, and then I have the an animated like scrolling text object that's transparent laid over it, and then it's set up with triggers in order to like come on when the music plays, and then it'll go off when you turn off the music as well. So I have various like VineRealms songs in here. And then if you select the music player again, you can actually just listen to it without the menu being on. And I believe I have the menu set local though, so only you can actually see the menu. But the music itself is set global. Yeah, we have different things. We got stuff from VineRealms in here. And like some of the meme stuff that I worked on for Vine Sauce is in here. And then some of Vinny's like Blood Bagel stuff. I'm in the ball pit. That's fitting for this. I tried to put like more. There's Trolls and Goblins. I tried to put as many like meme-tastic songs in here. So it would have been weird just to do like regular Red Fox stuff. Just the really like trashy meme music that fits. VineRealms music is not trashy, of course, but I thought it would be good to put the VineRealms music in here because this is a place from VineRealms, so it makes sense. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I really have to show for this map. It's very much a work in progress. I think right now, like I said, it's private right now. So you can only make like private instances. You can't just go into it publicly. And I think because it's private, if I ever update it, I think I have to republish the map. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if I have to give people like a new link to it or something. I have no idea. Still looking into it. And then at the moment, I'm going to be working on avatars, which some of them will include some of the like janky 3D models that I made for VineRealms. So stay tuned for that, I guess. And then after this, I'm going to basically show a lot of the community test. Not too much of it, but just, you know, show some of the people enjoying the map and like interacting with the objects and stuff. I had a really good time. And then hopefully once I have like more stuff added, you know, people will enjoy hanging out here and maybe watching like the VineSauce streams and YouTube and everything like that. There's a lot I have to add to the map, but it does seem like people enjoyed what was here so far, so that is good. And then I will put, I guess I can just put the link of the VR chat map in the description of the video so that people can just visit the one that's up. That version, like I said, scenes are fixed, sound effects aren't completely fixed yet. Just be patient and I'll get to that eventually, but you can actually just see how it is right now. Interact with it, hang out with your friends if you want, until I can get the updates pushed out for it. So yeah.